When I was first learning about what loan signing is and what a notary does, I have to admit I was pretty overwhelmed with all the information out there. I had no background knowledge on anything related to real estate or the mortgage industry, and I don't own a home, so I don't have any experience with going through the loan process. But I knew that I needed to make a plan for myself so that I could learn everything that there is to know about how to be a loan signing agent and notary. Hi, my name is Nicole, and on this channel, I share about my journey to become a loan signing agent and entrepreneur. In this video, I'm going to share with you my best tips for learning everything there is to know about loan signings and what I'm currently doing to make sure that I'm on top of my training and that I'm growing my business and providing the best service possible. Be sure to watch until the end because I saved my best tip for last, and I'll let you know about the freebie that goes with this video. In total, I have 10 tips for you, so let's get into those so you can start implementing those right away and grow your loan signing business no matter where you are in your journey. All right, let's get into these tips. I have them written out for us here. They're not in a super specific order, but a few of them make more sense to do first and last. So the very first tip that I have is to start with the terminology used in loan documents. I took the loan signing system, and inside that training course, there is a huge list of terminology to study with and a Quizlet flashcard set. So if you are a loan signing system student, you have access to this. I recommend starting there. That's what I did, and that helped me a lot since I don't have any background knowledge in this industry. If you took a different training program or are just starting off, I recommend looking up these words online, or hopefully your training program has a set of words like this. Start with that and just continue practicing these terms, these words. Make sure that you really know these definitions because those are the building blocks to being able to do everything that there is with loan signings. So the first tip is knowing the terminology. The second tip is joining Facebook groups. I'm a part of a few different Facebook groups for notaries, loan signing agents in the US in general, through the loan signing system, and then also state specific. So I'm in a few different groups for Florida. And these are really a great place to learn about different experiences that other loan signing agents, notaries have, and a really good place to ask questions if you have questions. A lot of people are out there sharing about their experiences, and you can really learn a lot from people through these Facebook groups. And that leads me to my next good tip is that oftentimes with these Facebook groups, like in the state of Florida, there are monthly get-togethers or training sessions. Right now in Florida, all of them are happening over Zoom, and each training session covers a certain topic. And we get to learn from experts in our field. So that's another bonus of being in these Facebook groups is the opportunity to go to these meetups or these Zoom trainings. Another tip that I have for you for learning everything there is to know about loan signings is to utilize YouTube. So you've probably found other channels, if you're watching this video, about loan signing. And really there's a lot of great channels on YouTube that talk about other people's experiences. They share a lot of good information. So utilize YouTube and watch as many videos as you can to really get to know everything that there is to know about loan signing. All right, my next tip is to start with your state's notarial laws. These are the basics for what we do as loan signing agents, notarizing documents. So if you know your state's notarial laws, then you'll really be successful in this industry. So make sure that you're accessing these laws. You can find them usually through your a state's Secretary of State website or governor website, or through the NNA. They have handbooks that you can buy. They're state primer books for all of the states that have these notarial laws in them. Make sure that once you know the terminology used for notarial acts, loan signings, that you're really diving deep into the notarial laws for your state so that you know everything that there is to know about notarizing documents. All right, my next tip is getting to the very basics of studying itself. So what worked really well for me when I was going through my training program and doing all this other training research on my own was to create a study plan for myself. So I made sure that I was setting time aside every night for a few hours every night to dive deep into all of these trainings. I took notes by hand in a notebook, this is the same notebook I used, just in a regular old notebook from Target. And I used timers, so I would be focusing in on my training. So I'd set a timer for 1 or 2 hours every single night and make sure that I was dedicating that whole time into training. So hopefully you can utilize this tip and make a study plan for yourself for whatever works best into your life and your schedule. This next tip kind of goes hand in hand with the tip that I just shared, but it is using some sort of planner or guide to plan out in advance your week and your days so that you're intentional and you're purposeful with your time. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I love using my Best Today guide. It's from Shante Grant. I'll put a link in the description box below, but using her Best Today guide has really transformed not only my personal life, but also my business, because I am previewing my week. I'm writing down all of my goals, my desired outcomes for each and every day. And it really helps me have focus on how I want to build my business and focus in on my time better. Each Sunday night, I plan out the week in advance for what I'm doing in my life, both personal and business. And also the night before, I'm writing out everything that I want to get done the next day. So by utilizing this guide, I'm intentional and purposeful with my time, and I'm able to see a lot more growth in my business, and I'm able to really set goals and achieve them by using this guide. Now you can use any kind of planner or even a notebook, whatever works for you. I do recommend the Best Today guide, but really writing it down and making yourself focus in on what it is that you want and what do you want to accomplish with your time is really a good way for you to learn about loan signings and then also about growing your loan signing business. My next tip for how to learn everything there is to know about loan signings is to use a binder. So if you've been around here a while, you know that I love using a binder. I'll put a link in the description box below for the binder that I use. But by using a binder, you can keep everything that you want to remember about loan signings in one spot. This binder you can stick in your notary bag and carry it with you to all of your appointments. So then if you need to reference it at all during an appointment, it looks professional. It's just good to have on hand in case you need to look at a script for how to give a description of a document or a checklist for what to do after a signing appointment. So by preparing yourself a binder, you can really put thought and effort into remembering everything that you want to know about loan signings. My next tip for how to study better and to learn everything there is to know about loan signings is to seek out a mentor or seek out somebody that you can connect with either virtually or in person. So by joining these Facebook groups, it's really a good way to get to know other loan signing agents, notaries, especially in your area. But I really recommend connecting with somebody virtually or in person so that you can learn from each other, you can network together, you can bounce ideas off of each other, ask each other questions, and that's a really good way to get to know the industry, get to know loan signings, and know everything that there is to know about loan signings. If you are interested in receiving mentoring or coaching, I do offer coaching, so you can check the link below in the description for the different coaching options that I offer. But really connecting with anybody is a really good way to hold yourself accountable and to see growth in your business and to just get help and connect with other people. All right, before I get on to my last tip for you, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you're updated whenever I post a new video. Know too that every YouTube video that I post, it always has a freebie. So let me share this last tip with you and talk more about the freebie that goes with this video. So tip number 10 is to just start. You've probably heard this before and you probably predicted what this tip was going to be, but my biggest tip for you is to just start with one loan signing appointment. Really, the best way to learn everything that there is to know about loan signings is through experience. So by going through the whole process of what a loan signing is like from start to finish, that's the best way to learn. So if you haven't accepted your very first signing appointment yet, I want to challenge you to just start. Start with one, put yourself out there and start getting experience and learning everything that there is to know about loan signings. So ultimately, these 10 tips are kind of a collection of what you can do to study and learn and train to be a better loan signing agent and grow your business. Hopefully you can take some of these tips and use them right away. Of course, you can pick and choose what tips work best for you. And I encourage you to create your own study plan and choose what is best for you and what you want to get out of loan signings. So before I end the video, I want you to write in the comments right now which tip you're going to implement today to start learning, training, or growing your loan signing business. I love connecting with other loan signing agents and notaries. So also, if you haven't introduced yourself yet, go ahead and say hi to me below in the comments. And as always, the freebie for this video is below in the description box. It has all these 10 tips written out for you with some bonus notes so that you can start studying better and learning how to grow your loan signing business. And don't forget, if you're interested in purchasing anything from my Etsy shop, use the code NotaryLove to save 10% on any of the resources and guides that I have for loan signing agents and notaries. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.